Chiefs hosting Buffalo on 425 on Sunday, or at 425 on Sunday. Chiefs are a 2.5-point favorite, and the over-under for the total points in this game is 48.5, which is a significant jump from some of our past games. Last few games, our total points have been very low, so this leads me to believe that they think we're going to have a pretty good offensive game or score a lot of points at least. So, JD, who do you have in this the sixth installment of Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes?
So I do believe this is going to be somewhat of a high-scoring game. You said 48.5?
Yeah, 48.5 is the total points for this one.
Okay. I got a score going 31-24. That's what I'm looking at, 31-24. All right, in favor of the Chiefs. And the good thing is I do see some good things out there on the offense. I do. I do see some plays that are promising. Okay. Now we got to work on consistency. Now we got to keep, harping accountability. Now we got to keep looking in guys' eyes and saying, are you bought in all the way? Okay. To make sure we're going where we need to go. And everybody is on the same page and understands what is required of you. Okay. So that's why I got 31-24. The thing is, man, we sustained some drives last week. We sustained some good drives. We just didn't score. We just didn't score. I think it's going to be a similar game for us this week, and we need to capitalize when we are down there in the red zone, and I think we will. The Bills are one of those teams that, they'll get into spurts. They can score, quickly. Matter of fact, I think they're better when they're doing the hurry-up offense, to be honest with you, than anything else. And I think that's probably what they're trying to – they'll probably get into that, maybe start scoring some points. But they don't eat up a whole lot of the clock. They don't eat a whole lot of the clock up. So that's what my score is, 31-24. That's my that is where I'm at with it. Boyd Lockhart, 38-24. Love it. I love it, Boyd. I love it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, this is a tough one. I do think we're going to win. This is obviously Buffalo Bills fans who may watch the show, they were biased, right? I just think the line has us winning this game. 2.5 points at home. We, got rocked on some, not rocked, but, we lost by 8 points on Sunday against the Packers. And we just haven't looked the best for the last few games. And I also, too, I think the fact that at Buffalo, this is pretty much a playoff game for them, for the fact they have to win this game. I thought this would play out more so in the spread, and I thought they would give that more to Buffalo. But since they didn't, and we're at 2.5 points, I think the betting public is going to be riding Buffalo big time this week. And I'm a big fan of not betting with everybody else. I'll bet with a small percentage. You'll be betting with Kansas City. I think we win 27-24. So, yeah, I'll be slightly over the total points there, but I think we cover the 2.5 points. I think it's going to be 27-24 is high scoring if you look at some of our games we've had. So, yeah, it's more on the high scoring end. But I think we see a little bit of the offense opening up again. I think we'll see a little bit of what we saw in that Raiders game a little bit. It's going to be a balanced approach. I don't say we lean one way on the pass or the run. I just think it's a balanced approach, much like we saw in that Raiders game.
Yeah, and me too. So I'm looking at the scores, man, of, who they've had. So you really only had, over 20 points, meaning 21 or more. So you only had 1, 2, 3 teams. 3 teams score over 21 points against the Bills. One of them being the Broncos. We got a much better offense than the Broncos. Eagles is another one. Got a good offense. And the third team was the Patriots. So if we run the football with Pacheco effectively, which open up the pass, I could see Travis Kelce having a big game. I could see Rashee Rice having a big game. And I could see, hopefully, I think Kadarius Toney's going to have at least 4 catches. That's what I'm looking for. At least 4 catches. I think I think MVS and Sky will give us probably a couple catches too. But I think if you've been stressing to this wide receiver group and the guys that's catching the football, that they got to do a much better job. You got to be better. I'm looking for the professionalism. I'm looking for that grit and that dog in these guys starting to come out now. Okay. And it needs to start popping and coming out at the right time. And I think this is probably the right time when these things starting to do it. All right. Like Brennan says, I'm embracing the Marty Ball theme. My boys have been playing 24-20 Chiefs.
I like it.
I like it. I don't think we get away from who we are, though. I think we'll run the football, and then we're going to pass a lot, too. Right? Because why? Because we're the Chiefs, and it's Andy. So that's the reason. But I do believe we're going to run a whole lot more than what we have been running. Okay?
It's gonna be 41 and sunny on Sunday in Kansas City.
That's perfect weather.
Oof, that's so cold.
41?
JD, I'm a softie, man.
Wow.
I have to be layered up in that. We do a flag football game that we do. It's called the Winter Wonderland Bowl. We do the day before New Year's Eve, and I'm already looking at like the 3-week forecast now. It's supposed to be like 42, and I'm like, man. I was like, we might have to cancel this. Like, nah, man, we got to play unless it snows. Like, unless it's like really bad weather, man, we have to play it. I'm like, all right, I'm getting my hand warmer ready. I got like my 3 Under Armours ready to go. I'm gonna be layered up. Let's put it to do that way.
3.
Well, yeah, I'll probably start with 3, but then as I get warmed up throughout the game, then take off. Then take off.
Gotcha. Man,
what did you have to? So playing in this weather and this Kansas City weather. I mean, like. What was there like a pregame thing that you did to like kind of get your body all warmed up, or you just went out there and just kind of like soaked it in? I mean, did you take any drinks or any kind of like supplements that made you like warm to go out there, like a thermogenic or something, or no?
No. No. I would do the old school Vaseline on the arms. That helps. That works out a whole lot. They got this other stuff down that kind of helps warm you up. I put in like a little bit of the hot stuff on. But other than that, man, I'm sleeveless. I'm going out there like it's 85. 41 is a beautiful day to me. It's beautiful. I'm like, shoot, that's perfect weather. That's football weather right there, baby.
Yeah, it is.
Weather right there, folks. So, yeah, and I get, sitting in the stands, stuff like it's going to be a little cold. But, yeah, 41. Shoot. Hey, man, we talking about 2 winner teams. So you got the Bills and you got the Chiefs. It's going to be a great game.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
What do you, so when you see, like, I always think it's funny when, like, for example, was it last year or 2 years ago when we played the Seahawks? It was last year when Metcalf and all those guys came out pregame without shirts on and stuff, and they were like catching balls. It was like 20 degrees.
Yeah.
Did you do stuff like that?
Not with my shirt off, no.
No.
It's, what it gets to a point that just mind over matter. It really is, and you do have to embrace it because, you have to play in it for the rest of the game. You know what I mean? The whole game, it's not like it's going to turn sunny and get up 20 degrees at some point, right? When
you'll warm up eventually.
Yeah. So what you do is, man, you just, you just sink in, right? Go to your happy place, be where you need to be. Hey, man, everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. But if I start wearing sleeves, that's cold. Believe me, it's a cold game. If I wear sleeves, I'm like, it is cold. This sucker's cold out there. It's like, where you feel pins and needles in your skin. That's where it gets cold like that.
Is there any game in particular that you remember, like where it got like that cold, where you're like, let's layer up a little bit?
Buffalo one time, I went up there and played in Buffalo. It was cold. Also, we had a game against San Diego in December. It was cold. It was real cold.
I think I remember you had like a long catch in that game, didn't you?
I did. I scored a touchdown in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't get up off that ground fast enough, man. I was like, touchdown! I was like, get up! You should over and get some of this heat. That's the worst part. The worst part is like your hands and your feet. when your hands and feet get cold, then it's miserable. That's when it's miserable, right? That's the ones like, dang, God, I just need to get warm on those things. But I remember playing up in New York against the Giants one year, and it was like that cold rain, and it was coming down, and that's the worst when you're cold and you're wet. And I remember we were out there on the field. I was blocking Stray and those guys. Me and Stray were talking to each other, and we were daggone pillow fight with each other. This daggone like a little pillow fight. Anybody wanted to hit? Nobody wanted to tackle. Shoot. I just remember I was like, look, we need to go ahead and get this game over as soon as possible. Seriously. Somebody gonna get hypothermia out the joke right there, man.
This was during your Eagles days?
No, this was the Chiefs. I was at the Chiefs on this one.
Oh, okay. Was this the famous Tiki Barber run for like 300 yards game? Like that Thanksgiving game?
Yeah, nobody wanted to tackle it. Might have been. If it was raining that game, it was it. It was it. I played for New York a lot, so I don't know, but I think it might have been the one. That sucker was running everywhere, and I don't think nobody wanted to tackle that joke. His dad got his thigh pads probably felt like cinder blocks. Yeah, like, man, I ain't hitting this joker, man. I'm gonna break my hands. Shit, man. Deal with that. Funny. Yeah, that's the misery. That's the one where you got to get the bus loaded up. Go on, get it. Hey, warm the sucker up. Get loaded up. We in and out of here. Coach, you ain't gotta have a long speech. Hey, good game, great game, whatever it is. Hey, we lost. Hey, we'll get on the field. We'll talk about it. We can there. Take a shower. Let's get out of here. That's why when it gets cold like that, man.
I think in doing a lot of like the images and thumbnails we've had, I think I found photos from that game you were talking about against San Diego. That was when that was 2000 or not, like 2001. That was like
I don't know when.
It was. Although I'm saying because based on that time period, because like that was before like you had like the compression type material and stuff. I'm pretty sure you were wearing like a white turtleneck.
Yeah, so we still had the compression, but the compression wasn't gonna work, man. You needed that deep cotton. What you needed? Like a turtleneck and all that. I'm like, shit. I probably want a little compression. I'm like, oh, I didn't go cut it. No. We're gonna go get the big guns on this one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Alan, hey, y'all guys, hey, go get the boxes in the back. Because it's that type of day today. You know? When you get out there, you're like, woof, you gotta, you open that joker up. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. So yeah, it was probably the team issued the one with like the little logo on the side.
Yeah. It was one of those. That's the ones we used to take pictures in sometimes. Guys would show them next.
No, I think they still do that. That must be like a Chiefs tradition because they still do the team with the team issued turtlenecks.
Do they?
I believe so. Yeah, okay. I know Andy continued it. I don't know if they're still doing it right now, but at least as if a couple of years ago they were still doing it. But I think it's not like an embroidered logo on the turtleneck anymore. I think it's one of those like I don't know, like screen printed logos on the turtleneck now.
Okay.
They got cheap with it. Back in the day, you guys had embroidered logos on the turtleneck.
Oh yeah. It's high class right there, baby.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Something talks sophistication with a turtleneck on. I've been watching. I've been getting on my boy TG when he wears his little turtleneck. Oh, look at you wearing turtlenecks now. That looks sophisticated out there.
TG makes class personified.
Oh yeah.
Hi everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.